I'm back. I gotta go. Maybe we can kick it. I got you guys good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shyzalosophy 101. Yeah, we love that part. Here's your host, Shyzabox. Oh, is the show starting? Oh, it must be. Oh, we heard our introduction. Giddy up, girl. Oh, we gotta make it there. Oh, hurry up. We're gonna be late. Oh, everybody loves us. Oh, thank you. Get out of here. And the horse. You wrote in on. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome nuns and all. That's right. Priests, preachers, rabbis, cardinals, bishops, weirdos with beardos. People who just need a place to hang out. People who accidentally clicked on the algorithm. People whose algorithms, let's say, are dwindling. Time to clear that cash. Anyhow, welcome. We've got a show for you today. Sorry, we apologize. It is one of our shows. We've got a free show for you today. Much better, right? Yes, of course. Well, welcome ones, welcome all. We've got, like we said, a show for you, one way, shape, or form or another. Either way, we are going to be embarking on partaking in us enjoying our happy Friday. That's right. Enjoying a delicious, 6, 7 cup of coffee, however many we've had. It matters not, for, you're not the one drinking it. And, ironically, because the show's free, you're not the one paying for our coffee either. So it really doesn't matter how many cups we have, but, let's be honest, it's 30 seconds of content down. That's right. You might be saying, what the hell's this show? No. Yes, hello and hi. We love when chats come in. That's right. Distracts us from having to carry the show. Now you might be asking yourself, why did my algorithm bring me here, right? Why are you asking that? You know what you've been watching? Oh, man. Welcome to the ground floor level of the shitbox. What? Are you calling us shitbox? As you wish. You may call us that of what you will, right? But I guess it depends on where you consider that of the origin of words, okay? So sure, I guess in hindsight, thank you, Captain Hindsight. In hindsight, maybe you're onto something, right? Yeah, Yeah, you definitely have the equation there. Shyza equals shit. Well, damn it. It's too late now. If we had accepted, German as a known language, maybe we would have not written so many books under said authorship and title. Anyhow, you subscribed. Oh, are you going to regret that? The algorithm already threw the live stream up. That's on you. You are funny AF. Well, believe you me, that's because we're funny as fuck. Now, you might be saying to yourself, no, you're not, right? No, who was that? Damn it, Mom, we told you stop making jokes. Now, sure, you might say we're funny as F, right? That's right. Well, that's because you might not know it, but we called Daryl Dixon dibs on being the best of the worst internet celebrity there is. Okay, now, well, you laugh. There needs to be a ground floor level finally set in stone, okay, and we, of course, as a philosopher, okay, utilize that of lithic logic, okay? Lithic is stone, it's rock, it's a foundation, okay? Think of that of what you walk upon, okay? So we utilize that lithic logic, and we called Daryl Dixon dibs at being the best of the worst internet celebrity there is, okay? That's right. Now, with that, you gotta know, best of the worst, it's always gonna be crap, okay? But, you know, you get what you pay for, okay? So, we guarantee to fill that ground floor level and let you walk all over our backs, okay? Because it's almost inherently known that anything else that you like, actually, in your life, maybe even more than us, okay? You know, inherently, it's going to be way better when you watch it later, okay? At least we're honest. Well, of course we're honest. We have to be. We don't have a roof, okay? Why the hell would you celebrate that? I don't know. The internet's crazy. You guys love other people's misgivings, right? Again, not a joke. You're ruthless, internet, but we know you are. That's right. It's because we are inherently one of you. You might be saying, "Oh, damn it. He might be one of us after all." Hey, but, believe you me. I don't know, you're probably right. It doesn't matter. Point is that, what is it? Space Monkey? We can call you Space Monkey, right? Yeah, of course we can. So, SM, right? SM, you and me go way back many comments ago, right? You know, and on top of you realizing that of our honesty, let's be honest, okay? We strive to paint everything that we do. As a philosopher, we have to wear every component and aspect of us, from, you know, our love to our, theological kind of stuff to our, you know, just philosophies inherently on originations of mankind or anything like that, okay? As a philosopher, okay? Now, we might not be a good one, okay? We might not be a good one. But as a philosopher, obviously, you know, we need to put everything that is to be disseminated, audited, and or entertained on one degree or another on our sleeve for auditing, okay? That's why we have open source notebooks on Kaggle, so anyone can audit, you know, that of our cosmological philosophy, math, and science, okay? All those notebooks are on there. You can audit the hell out of our math, okay? We don't hide behind that of any of our theories, okay? Our IPFS, it has all of our games and our demos and all of that for free, okay? Go to town. That's all for free. It's all there. This show will always be free, okay? Sure, it might always suck, but it'll always be free, okay? Now, we're not under an NDA. We don't work for a big company or anything like that, so we can develop all of these games and demos and kind of give them to, you know, whoever. And we can also answer any kind of questions that anyone might have, and we don't need to worry about the ramifications of HR coming and breathing down our necks for random stuff, okay? Subscribe. We can't subscribe to ourselves, silly goose. But believe you me, we've created so many fake accounts, we'll be up to at least 1,000 subscribers before we know it. Now, we haven't looked in some time, but there's got to be at least ones of subscribers that we've created accounts for. So, yeah, you're probably on the right track. But anyhow. Let's see. Of the people, by the people, for the people, are the hero of the hour. Well, if that's the case, we're wearing the wrong fucking tie right now. Sorry about that. Hold on. Believe you me, we want to come prepared for the job at hand, okay? And if we are of the people, by the people, and for the people, okay? Believe you me, good old Shyzabox is. Then we need to have our of the people, by the people, for the people tie. Okay? Now, believe you me, you might be saying to yourself, "Oh, Shyzabox, you should have worn that from the get-go." Well, good point, but we didn't, okay? No. Now we got two. Bam! Look at that. That's called flair. Okay? Now, you might be saying to yourself, "No, it's called stupidity." What? Damn it, Mom, we told you cut out with the jokes. They're better than ours. You know, with it being Friday, we know that everyone inherently is going to be coming up with plans, okay? Oh, that's right. Everyone loves plans, unless they suck, or they fall through, or they're terrible, or they result in some horrible outcome, or there's a negative component to them. Yeah, that's right. Lots of things to hate, right? That's all negative crap. Of course, Good old Shyzabox don't deal with the crap, right? That's right. You're here for a good time. You're here for a great time. No, we're here. We thought you were ball gagged. What? Who made that thumbnail? Damn it, Mom, we warned you there's ambiguous things out there. Tell her keep making them. What? You would love to embarrass us on the internet and get us to do all sorts of crazy things that could be memed or anything like that. I'll bet if we were to cleanse the negative energy from the air right this second, oh, it'd probably look ridiculous. Of course, because we utilize the techniques and forms and fashions that are found in that of 90s philosophies, found in sitcoms and things of that nature, right? Of course we do. It's because that's when dial-up and internet really first became invented by Al of the Gore. Maybe rediscovered of form and fashion, right? I bet Al Gore probably did have more to do with the internet than people think. Now, we could be wrong. We're actually just randomly guessing, but we are randomly guessing that inherently he very well may have, okay? Now, you might be saying, that's crazy, right? Now, sure it's crazy, but another 30 seconds of content down, bam! Let's cleanse these negative energies out of the air. That's right. Utilizing the techniques that we learned in that of 90s sitcoms and movies. That was 2, it takes 3. Everyone knows this? Excellent. All right. Negative energies cleansed and clean. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Shyzabox, what makes you think that you should be in the argument of being a good philosopher, right? Well, we're not saying that we have to be a good philosopher, okay? We're just saying our name gets to be on the test, because we called being Daryl Dixon Dibbs being best of the worst internet celebrity there is, okay? So, of course, everyone knows that any philosopher, whether they're good or bad, doesn't even matter, okay? Forget the fact that you even might consider us as being in the conversation as a good philosopher, right? Okay? Whatever. Anyone that even wants to be in the conversation of which, as a philosopher, needs to have a poetry book. That's right. That's why, to put our name in the hat, we got one, okay? Now, you might be saying, your poetry sucks, okay? Well, that's fine. You don't have to like our poetry. Available on Amazon.com and Kindle Unlimited. Pretty low price of, I don't know, $6, $7 maybe. We don't remember how much it is. Correlates to whatever the cost of printing is, and Amazon gets a bigger cut than us. However that works out, right? As long as the little guy gets shafted. Hopefully the taxes are correct on it, though. And to be sure that we're not all underpaying our overpayment. That's afforded for, and you can audit on our Kaggle open source notebook, okay? Feel free. We pull from national figures. Feel free to add your own local municipalities, collective accountings. That's right. Anyhow, like we said, we're not saying that we're a good philosopher, okay? But, because we have a philosophy book, our name gets to be on the test, okay? We get to be a part of the test question. We might not be the answer, okay? But, we called Daryl Dixon Dibbs on being the best of the worst, okay? Best of the worst internet celebrities that there is, okay? So, it's always going to be crap. But, everything else that you watch is going to be better. That's right, it's the ground floor level. Feel free to walk on our back and face all you want. In fact, we kind of enjoy the back thing, okay? You kinky bitch! What? If you only knew. Or didn't, I don't know. It's got weird. It's this point in time in the show that we do need to take the time to apologize for something pertaining to last stream, okay? Now, you laugh, hey, but as a internet celebrity, regardless of how good, okay, we can argue how good of one, okay? But as a internet celebrity, okay, of sorts, okay? You know, we need to inherently give the, you know, I guess, accountings back, okay, in the form of an apology, okay? That's right. Sure. But pertaining to our last stream, sorry about that, okay? Hold on, management's calling. They think they know how to run the place. What do you want? We're on time. We're doing the show. Uh-huh. Oh, we apologize for last stream. Yeah, they're over that. They don't care about that anymore. Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't know. Who cares? Uh-huh. All right. Hey, clock us in a couple hours ago. We were already here. Oh, management. They think they know how to run the place. Believe you me. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. It doesn't matter. Point is that now that you know that, our name is at least on the test, okay? It might not be the answer, okay? But as a philosopher, okay, wearing our heart on our sleeve, allowing others to see within the confines of that of our soul. That's right. You need to be open. You need to be open with all components and aspects of that of, your entity, your individually, person-y, your persona-y. No. If everyone wears masks, you need to show every single mask, and believe you me, you need to let people put them on, have their way with them, okay? That's right. That's what people want, some Jeffrey Dahmer stuff. No, hold on. No, none of that negative Joey stuff, okay? That's right, keep that stuff out of here. No actual Jeffrey Dahmer stuff, okay? I don't know. Or Gacy, whichever one was the one who wore other masks. I mean, we might have got that one right, or completely wrong. Believe you me, it doesn't matter. Stay away from that stuff, okay? That's right. We'll save you a lot of trouble. That's right. So, utilize better understandings. There you go. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. But as everyone knows that we don't hide behind our theology, okay, because we can't. Okay? You claim to be a philosopher. You need to be as open source as you possibly can be. Okay? That's right. So we don't hide behind our theology. It's all open for literary comprehension, okay, on that of one's desire to go ascertain that of which, okay, on Amazon or Kindle Unlimited or anything like that. We don't hide behind our science. We don't hide behind anything, mathematically on our notebooks on Kaggle or anything like that. That's all open source, and go to town, audit it, please. As a philosopher, we welcome it, we encourage it, and if you're going to claim to be a philosopher, bold move in this day and age, Cotton, you need to be able to back up your works, okay? And there's many degrees of, doing out there, all right, or entities that, philosophize, because everyone inherently is a philosopher, whether they are or not. The same way everyone's a historian, whether they know they are or not, okay? You have your own accounting of history, and you have your own interpretations of self, of personality, of interactions, okay, that you have. That's your own personal philosophies, okay? That's anything that you come across in your own endeavors. Now, keep in mind, this is all for philosophical entertainment, okay? Because we disseminate that of philosophy under the guise and assumptions that, obviously, philosophy is understood to be one's dealings with whatevers, okay? Now, we utilize that of Shyzalosophy, which is a symbiotic living philosophy, okay, that is merely a pursuant, all right, of a living philosophical pursuit of the truth, okay? Now, in our literary works and that of our endeavors and that of our open source things, okay, because as a philosopher, you need to be open source, okay? The only thing that's paywalled is our literary works themselves, okay? Well, they have to be, okay? Now, right, the equitable exchange thereof, okay, that of our daily bread, necessitates that of an interaction for one to desire the seeking of that of what they desire to seek. Now, that might be a bunch of mambo-jumbo, but we're not going to force upon that of anyone undesiring or unwanting to go read some crap, okay? So, in lieu of that component and aspect, okay, to not necessitate or dictate that thereof, we utilize that of this show, that of the, IPFS site, that of anything else that we can give or do, that of us answering emails and comments on the X and the blue of the sky, okay? We welcome any sort of thing that one may wish to quantum theorize, hypothesize, need help with mathematical computations thereon, okay? In one way, shape, or form, or degree, or capacity, okay? We are not under an NDA. We don't work for a big company. Good old Shyzabox can help, okay? Now, everyone inherently has that of their own Friday plans, right? That's right. They're like, we're going to go out to the club, or we're going to go to the bar after work, or this, that, the other, okay? Now, whatever. Inherently, some people are going to break those plans, okay? And with today undoubtedly being payday for someone, okay? And with, direct deposit probably last night, okay? Midnight, okay? Maybe even 10 p.m. That's when I get paid Thursday at 10, right? I don't know, whenever. Either way, with it being people's paydays and stuff like that, they're probably going to go out, right? But let's be honest, some of your buddies and friends and coworkers are going to bail. Okay, that's right. They're going to stiff everyone else with having a good time by themselves, okay? Well, that's not fair to everyone else, okay? Those people need to incur some sort of financial, hindrance as well, if you will, okay? Now, everyone who cancels plans on you, you forward them a link to one of our books on Amazon.com or something like that, okay? Okay, now listen, I'll hear us out, okay? Obviously, if they're not going to go spend money at the bar with you, they're going to cancel plans, not go to, Bill's retirement party. Congratulations, Bill. 20 good years. You gave an arm and a leg to the company. Company doesn't care. The retirement party probably stopped. Bill's still out an arm and a leg. And everyone doesn't go to his party. Well, they're trying to save bucks, right? Unfair to you. You actually show up. You didn't even like Bill. Let's be honest, no one did. Why the hell would you go to the retirement party? No, but beside the point. Whoever cancels plans on you, okay, it's like, oh yeah, we're going to go to the bar. Come on, we're going to meet there, right? They cancel. You send them a copy of our book and tell them they have to buy it, okay? Any one of them. Pickled Punk Philosophy, poetry, theology. Hell, if they're rich, send them a link to Delectable. Don't buy the physical copy of that one. It's very expensive. Nailing Kalimba, Transmutating God. Yeah, I mean, you send them a link and you tell them because they canceled on you and you got stuck paying money. I mean, they got to pay too. Okay? It's only fair. Now you might be saying, why your books? Huh? Well, we could sit here and look at the plan all day, okay? But it's Friday. Hey, so, I mean, we got a plan in place. Can we just go with it? Jeez. Oh, okay, excellent. Good. This is all for philosophical entertainment. I think I'm stuck in your live stream. I can't leave your live stream because your handsome face make me stay. Well, you can't leave because, believe it or not, everything's fine. That's right. Huh? What was that? Don't worry about it. Ah, it's Friday. Okay? And because it's Friday, of course, we know it's someone's payday. Okay? Go buy one of our books. We don't have a ceiling or a roof, okay? That's just sad. No. Nah, we want for naught. Nah, don't worry about it. You don't got to buy any of our books. Go play some of our games for free. They're on the IPFS site, okay? Or if you don't want to wait for that and you're on mobile and you are in a rush, you can go to one of the pinata links that we put on there. And believe you me, one day, if we get a ceiling, we get one of those fancy sponsorships. You never know. Could happen. We might even natively pin the entire IPFS site for the paid amount on Pinata. Okay? Believe you me, with us not being under an NDA or anything like that, us not working for a big company, we can do anything on Web3 that we want or that anyone else wants us to do. We love doing things for other people, especially if it's fun. It's because when it comes down to it, we like to help. That's right. Help us end the stream. What? Still handsome. Now. Of course we are. It's because everything's fine. That's right. You might be saying to yourself, how are we going to keep up with all of these plans that we're making? How do we know what we're going to do? How we're going to go forward? The trajectory and course of all these actions that we're taking and doing, okay? Now, obviously, it comes down to one thing, okay? The only way to adequately formulate plans or things of that nature or anything like that, okay? This HUITRL, we can call you HUITRL. Of course we can. We go way back, ones of streams ago. So, Huartrell. Inherently, the best way to venture forth in keeping track of all of the plans, of all of these goals and aspirations, okay, that we've been laying the foundations for, okay, one way, shape, or form. The best way to do it, okay, is utilize that of a live stream note-keeping journal. That's right, that's right. Now, you can sure use any notebook or anything like that for a note-keeping journal, okay, or for a live stream note-keeping journal. But, if you are a serious watcher of live streams, okay, if you are a supporter of things like podcasts and things like that, okay, a couple podcast fans out there. Hi, Mom. There's one way to keep up with things best as possible for your live stream note-taking endeavors. Okay? It's with the official live stream note-taking journal. That's right. Now you might be saying to yourself, what's that? Well, believe you me, this is the officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal, and you might be saying, I don't need that. Well, we beg to differ. How are you going to take notes, okay, if you're doing something, all right, like watching a live stream or a podcast, I guess you're listening to that, and you need to take notes. Okay? You need an officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal, okay? So, we offer one, obviously, being the best of the worst internet celebrities there are, because we call Daryl Dixon dibs, okay? That's right. We offer one for you, okay? Now, this officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal is one of the best ones that's out there, okay? So we haven't seen Joe Rogan or anything like that have something so awesome, okay? That's right. Officially endorsed live stream note-taking journals from Shyzabox. That's right. Now you might be saying to yourself, I don't want that. Okay, well, that's fine. A lot of people don't, ironically. We thought it'd be a good idea to make an officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal. We thought we'd get rich pretty fast. Turns out we didn't. Call it another failure in life, okay? Why would you laugh at that? Because you're ruthless, Internet. That's right, we know you are. We expect no less. You keep us in place. Yes, when we go on tangents and tirades and things of that nature, we try and apologize for them later. Believe you me, keeps us in the clear. Forgive and forget, right? Good to go. Anyhow, where were we? Yes, nowhere important, yet everywhere important all at the same time, right? That's right. I guess we find ourselves in the point in time that we exist in now. And everything's telling us one way or another to answer this phone because management keeps calling. Okay? What do you want? Yeah, we're doing the show. You're interrupting it right now. Uh-huh. Well, we don't care. Clock us in a couple hours ago. We were probably here. We were in the parking lot. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're going to read one. All right, quit interrupting the show. Yeah, management think they know how to run the place. They do sometimes. Point being, that we are reminded that since we cleansed the air earlier, okay, and got rid of all of the negative energies and things of that nature, utilizing the techniques that one would use from 90s movies, TV shows, sitcoms, things of that nature, okay, we got the negative energy pooled into an area, but it started permeating around, so we're going to regather that up just real quick, okay? A little bit here, a little bit there, okay, good. So we got all this negative energy, okay? Now all this gross Joey energy right here on the screen, right? Disgusting. Okay? So because we got that, we are going to gather this up, okay, nice, into a nice little ball, okay, good. Now, we can just set this to the side and leave it right there. But through the power of the internet, actually, excellent. That's in your house now. Now, you might be saying to yourself, no fair, I just joined the stream. Believe you me, don't worry about it. Happy Friday. That's right. Now, you might be asking yourself, Self, what else do we have going on today? Okay, now, if you're asking yourself that, believe you me, you're probably wondering what else you got going on. Well, we can't answer that for you. We can only answer it for ourselves. So inherently, we got to get Secret Demon Drop 2 working faster and better. Okay? By faster and better, we mean we got to put in the rest of our buddy's manuscript. Okay? A lot of people waiting on that book. It'll be coming out soon. Go reread Secret Demon Drop 1. Okay, Amazon.com, Kindle Unlimited, just search Shyzabox books, it's on there. Secret Demon Drop 2 is coming out soon, okay, a lot of people waiting on it, sure. Other than that, of course, you can get your officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal, okay. Make note of exactly when it's coming out, okay, should we have an update for you on that, okay. But obviously, if you don't need an officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal, which let's be honest, I mean, everyone does. If you don't have one, I mean, are you really living in 2026? I mean, geez. You probably just watch Rogan and Asmongold, right? Nothing underground and hip like Shyzabox. Because remember, around here, everything's fine. Excellent. All right. The hell was that, huh? So, it is this point in the show, okay, that we want to read you one of our poems. It's free. You don't have to go buy the book. We're going to read it to you for free. I wish you wouldn't. Now, you might be saying, I didn't know all philosophers needed a poetry book. Right, but they do. They do. If you want to be considered a philosopher, you need a poetry book. That's why we have one. Available on Amazon.com and Kindle Unlimited. That's right. I think it's like $6-7. Something like that. All right. We're going to read you this for free, though, so you don't got to go buy it. Okay? You're welcome. This one's called Diceth of the Man. Andrew of the Dices of the Clay. Legendary delivery, in vulgarest of ways, funniest of the banter, wittiest of the joke. Yo mother! What a great poem, okay? Now you might be saying to yourself, like, yeah, I'm gonna go buy that book right now. Oh, fantastic. We can expect ones of dollars. It's payday too, so let's keep that stuff coming in. That's right. Point is that as we joke around, as we kid around, and we undertake that of, you know, what we have going on for the rest of the day, it is a happy Friday. And it is through the events of another week that has led to that of what can be that of the weekend, okay? Well, you might be saying to yourself, your weekends suck. No, that's fine. You can have crappy weekends, but if you get one, at least you get one. That's right. some people end up having to work on weekends. That's right. Well, you got to do what you got to do. Okay? There's no way around it. That's why even on occasion, we actually work on weekends too, okay? That's right. Now, technically, with having videos already posted and up, it's like we're working every day, okay? Even when we're not. Then you go watch some of the old ones, and it's like we're working that day first and foremost for the first time, okay? That's right. Now, none of the other episodes are going to be any better. But when you call Daryl Dixon dibs on being the best of the worst, you know, you got to just keep it at that consistent foundational level of allowing it to maintain some degree of, you know, entertainment, if you will, for what it is. Maybe not good entertainment, okay? But free entertainment. Okay, that's right. Just because we called Daryl Dixon dibs of being the best of the worst internet celebrity there is, doesn't mean you have to come off any of your hard-earned cheese. That's right. Okay? Now, it's for that reason that we wish to not take any cheese from anyone who wished not to give us that of a piece. That's why we offer all of our games and our demos and our theories and our show for that of free. Okay? That's right. Okay? No one wants to buy any of this. Okay? You buy into it. You live it. If you want to live living philosophy, well, then you subscribe to that of the living philosopher. Okay? Or you don't. Doesn't matter. Everyone's a philosopher. Subscribe to any of them, okay? Now, the utilization of philosophical techniques, and of course this is all for philosophical entertainment, is going to differentiate between those entities of which you ascertain have that of the dissemination with which they disseminate on that of their streams with which they stream, okay? Now, believe you me, whilst many other, you know, entities or things of that nature may present that of information, that of technologies, that of thought and theory and form and fashion and fun, okay, much better than us, okay? That of what we present forth and forward, right? Additionally, adds a layer of foundation to all of it that you got to squeeze underneath because we call Daryl Dixon dibs being the best of the worst, okay? We called it. So, there you go. Fit all our crap under it. You can walk on our back, okay? We don't care. We wedged under there, okay? We called dibs. That's how it works. You've probably seen Walking Dead. Of course you have. Probably. Now we joke, we did. It matters not. For as we sit back, as we entertain that of what we have going on the rest of the endeavors, as we said, Secret Demon Drop 2 is near at hand. Dare we say at least 10% of it is uploaded? Yeah, we'll get the rest sometime. We love to sit, and now thusly for that of the remaining part of this Friday, honestly say, we got no idea what we want to do. Okay, now, you might be saying to yourself, do a chore, do some real work, right? Well, maybe. Okay, but it doesn't sound like what we want to do. We don't know. Guess we hadn't thought that far ahead yet. Huh. How are we going to fill the 30 seconds now? Well, I guess when we think about it, there's, even with us not knowing what we want to do for the rest of the day, like we had said, through that of what you would have willed upon us, okay? Yeah, chores, sure, things of that nature. But those aren't fun. Yeah. But I guess they gotta be done. Maybe we'll do them. Sky is the limit. But one thing we do know is that as we venture into the rest of it being a fabulous, fantastic, fundamentally happy Friday, right? That's right. We're extremely blessed with the ability to come forth and even not knowing where we venture from the rest of the day at this point on, okay? Maybe other people don't as well. Okay? Whatever. I know where I'm going. I gotta be at work. Some people don't like it. That's right. It's like a 50-50 split. As we contemplate, the being that is, all right, Friday, the components that are what a weekend is, okay, we venture in the thought of, as we had stated, for some people, Friday's not necessarily a Friday, okay? A weekend's not necessarily a weekend, okay? Everyone's going to entertain how they perceive that of their time, all right? With how they perceive that of their time. So as we perceive that of the standing in time now, where we know not which, area to focus on per se, we know we're ready to pretty much blow this joint, okay? So be sure that no matter what, you take care of yourself, okay? Because there's only one you, right? Okay? We can't replace you that easy by creating fake accounts all the time, okay? We do it on occasion, but there's only one you. You take care of yourself first and foremost, okay? Then look around, you take care of anyone else who needs it second, okay? They might really, really, really be struggling, need some help, okay? No, it's nothing to laugh at, okay? You look around, some people really need help, you give it to them next, okay? You take care of yourself, you give it to people that really need help second, okay? That's right, you're a good citizen soldier, great job! Then you can look around the room, okay, and if you see, even us in the corner standing there like, we know it's someone's payday, buy our book! Okay? You take care of anyone else that you like or love more than us third, okay? Maybe. Maybe you do. Okay? But any other crap you got left over, we'll take, okay? Beggars can't be choosers, okay? When we called Daryl Dixon Dibs being the best of the worst internet celebrity there is, okay? We knew that we were only going to get scraps and handouts, okay? That's why when we made our officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal, okay, and you might be saying like, oh man, I need me one of those, okay? It was under that reasoning, okay, that we knew people were going to have to take notes, okay, on that of what they wish to do, on that of their happy Fridays. That's right, and if it's payday, we know you can afford to buy one. Because always remember, no matter what, okay, everything's fine. Excellent. All right. All right. Well, as we're out of swill. Yep, out of swill. That's going to do it for us. So, as always, we don't want your subscription. We want your money. Downvote the shit out of this. Go to Cashapp and give us $1 or go to Amazon and buy one of our books. Get off our lawn.